A 6-year-old boy would one day go on to create the world's most iconic firearm, the king of all rifles, the AK-47. Even as a child, Kalashnikov showed a rare talent for engineering weapons, but poverty meant he never even finished elementary school. Instead, he went straight to work in a factory. As an adult, Kalashnikov joined the army. His very first combat mission ended in an ambush. He was shot in the shoulder. While being evacuated, the transport truck got stuck in the mud. The convoy leader took Kalashnikov and went to a nearby village for help. Suddenly, 2 German soldiers emerged from a farmhouse. The officer shot them both, but then a Nazi soldier appeared from behind. The officer's gun jammed. Kalashnikov reacted instantly and took down the enemy. A month later, he wanted to return to the front lines, but his arm was still too weak to fight. Frustrated and lost, he jumped off a moving train, heading straight back to the factory where he used to work. The old supervisor refused to let him build weapons. Kalashnikov then turned to a lieutenant colonel and pleaded his case. Moved by his determination, the colonel gave him a letter of recommendation. Back at the factory, the supervisor finally gave him a position. Kalashnikov sketched out his first rifle design. He asked the supervisor for some assistance, but was denied. When his co-workers found out that he was trying to design a gun for soldiers, they volunteered to help. Kalashnikov was deeply touched. Together, they assembled a prototype from scrap parts lying around the workshop. That crude but functional weapon would become the ancestor of the legendary AK-47. Outside the factory, they tested it. The bullet hit its target dead on. Kalashnikov knew he had succeeded, but the guards quickly arrested him. The major took the weapon to the lieutenant colonel for testing. Impressed, the officers returned to free Kalashnikov and brought him back to the army. At the firing range, a general arrived. He told Kalashnikov to enter a national weapons design competition. When Kalashnikov reached the capital, he realized he'd be competing against the country's top gunsmiths. During the first round of testing, his rifle jammed. He was eliminated. In the second round, it failed again. 2 straight defeats left him devastated and full of doubt. Then, a secret letter arrived from the general. He believed in Kalashnikov's vision. Kalashnikov realized that the simpler the design, the less chance it had of failing. He began simplifying every part of the weapon. 1 year later, the first batch of AK rifles was completed. He painted a target on an old steel drum, and in seconds, it was shredded to pieces. The gunfire brought the guards rushing in. Kalashnikov was arrested again, but this time he smiled. News of the incident reached a high-ranking general. Kalashnikov was brought in to demonstrate the rifle. He disassembled and reassembled it on the spot. The weapon was brilliantly simple and incredibly easy to handle. A new round of weapon trials began, but this time, the tests mimicked real battlefield conditions. One by one, other rifles jammed or broke down completely. Only Kalashnikov's AK held up, whether soaked in water or buried in sand. It fired flawlessly. It had no equal. In 1949, the AK-47 was officially mass-produced and became the standard-issue weapon of the Soviet Army. Kalashnikov stood proudly next to Stalin during the military parade, watching soldiers defend their country with the very weapon he created. He felt a deep sense of pride, and yet, a part of him always wondered, if the AK had been born just a little earlier, could it have ended World War II sooner and saved countless innocent lives?